Welcome to etvFutures.com. It's Friday, December 7th. I'm Remy Hokie for your Commodities Open report. NYMEX crude oil futures have been trading lower in the morning session. In yesterday's session, futures rallied over 3%. Earlier this morning, the Labor Department reported that the U.S. economy added 94,000 non-farm payrolls jobs last month, while the unemployment rate was unchanged at 4.7%. January crude oil futures fell $2.13 to an intraday low of $88.10 a barrel on the NYMEX. It was last trading down $1.88 at $88.35 a barrel. And in other U.S. economic data, December's UNMISH preliminary reading of the Consumer Sentiment Index fell to 74.5 in December, down from the 76.1 reported in November. Meanwhile, petroleum products and nat gas futures are also trading down slightly on the session. And in the metals complex, gold futures declined after this morning's NFP report. There is less demand for the precious metal, and many traders are saying that prices have been consolidating. February gold fell over $10 to a session low of $796.80 an ounce. Gold futures were last trading down $4.90 at $802.20 an ounce. Now we're joined by Justin Lewis, Vice President of KIS Futures. He'll weigh in on the pullback in crude futures and also give us his short-term outlook.
Good morning, Remy. This morning we're seeing the energy market sell off quite significantly. Even though yesterday it rallied $3 throughout the day in the crude oil market, we're just taking those gains back. It looks like the market wants to consolidate in here between about $86 and 91. Now, a lot of people are real confused right now because fundamentally we're seeing a certain set of events that say the market maybe should keep increasing because, the news, the 8 million barrel drawdown we had last week or earlier this week, you'd think that the market would move higher, but we immediately sold off after that. So it's really got a lot of fundamental traders kind of confused in here. Technically, it looks like this is a consolidation point. It doesn't necessarily, the trend is still not higher. Wasn't long ago we were at these levels and thought that, it was high and it kept going all the way to 100, so it could still move back higher. It looks to me like there's some big traders maybe getting out of a big long position so that they've been selling that big long position in here, and then, light volume on a day like today, which is Friday. Not a lot of volume going on. This market can move a lot. You have one big seller, and then you can drop the thing down $2 pretty easily. Looking at the natural gas, we're down about 17 cents again. Consolidation in that market has us trading sideways. Not a lot of real big news, on the political front to really drive the market either direction. With Iran and the different reports we're hearing from our government and other governments regarding their nuclear situation. It doesn't seem to be really heating up. It seems to actually be cooling down, and that might be a lot of it. They've mentioned for a long time there's been about a $20 premium in the crude oil futures just because the political events around the world. So, with anything going on around the world, we can shoot back up $10 or down $10 if the thing cools off even more. Looking at some of the other wheat grain markets, we're looking at the wheat right now. It's up about 20 to 21 cents. Really kind of confusing everybody there as well because we're supposed to get rain all the way through next Tuesday on the planted crop down here in the southern wheat belt. And so that really should have pressure on the market, but everybody's keeping an eye on Tuesday's supply and demand report, which is expected to be bullish. So it's got traders really confused there, with most producers trying to sell this, Kansas City wheat at $9.40 something cents right now. You can hardly, not sell it at that price. It's twice the, previous high prices. So that's kind of got everybody confused there. And corn market's up 3 to 4 cents, and soybeans are up 11 to 12. Mostly everything following the wheat. The U.S. dollar is down 4 points right now, which isn't really a big event, but that has a little bit of a positive aspect or positive influence on the grain markets. Back to you, Remy.
That was Justin Lewis, Vice President of KIS Futures, with his commodities commentary. I'm Remy Hokie. Join us after the NYMEX session for your commodities recap right here on etvFutures.com.